Oh my God. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. To this day, he looking swole. He looking like he wants to put a serious hurt on Tyson Fury. And I'm going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Roll the clip. Smash the like button. This is a clip from Malik Scott, trainer of Deontay Wilder. He says, "We're still marinating you. They didn't forget. Like Roy Jones said, y'all must have forgot." Roll the clip. Okay. Bro, small clip, short clip. Let me zoom in. Look at this dude's back, bro. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, standing 6'7" from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Look at the man's back. Ego Weight Watchers, aka Ill, where I give you guys all a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, progress pics, especially when there's an upcoming fight. Now, the new date, October 9th, save the date. I think we will have the two-time champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder reclaiming Sophia back. Look at this. Speaking of back, look at the man's back right now. It's crazy. Now, the thing that, there's something about Wilder that reminds me of me, you know, because me, obviously, I know how I think and stuff like that. And, you know, this is just my observation, but I'm watching these clips from Malik Scott, who's training Deontay Wilder, and Wilder is just a sponge, and he's soaking it all in. And what I noticed from these two brothers on the screen, Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder, and this is why I said Wilder reminds me of me, is I'm a fast learner, and once I understand why I'm doing something, like somebody can describe a process, or if I could read it, you know, I may not understand why I'm exactly doing a certain thing, but then I'm a fast learner. So once it clicks with me and I understand exactly why I'm doing it, then it's just like, it becomes easy and smooth and seamless. And then from that point, I got it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it reminds me of Deontay Wilder. Think people, first of all, I think they undermine his skills. They think he's just a one-punch guy, a one-handed fighter. But you can see him, just like, look at his face. He's listening. And we've all had jobs, most likely, to the point where you had that one manager that you didn't like, or you didn't like how he talked to you, or you didn't like how she talked to you, whatever the situation is. Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder, they don't have this obstacle because they've known each other for a long time. They're in the same profession. They fought each other. They're friends. They have a brothership. And to me, this is very dangerous for Tyson Fury, because from what I'm seeing in all these clips, not just this clip, but the clips that have been leaked, Wilder is just sponging all this new information and new style of training. And to me, I think he's one of those people similar to me, how we learn, visual learners, and then once we get it, we got it. I remember when I was working at Lowe's, and there was this thing, it was called the order picker or the cherry picker, not like in boxing cherry pick, but it's the machine where it's like an elevator, you go up, and all the directions were reversed, and there was a couple things different, and it's a knob that's vertical. And long story short, when I was first learning, the first person that was trying to instruct it to me, I didn't understand exactly why I was doing certain things, and he was like, "Oh, do it like this." He was just kind of BSing. But then later on, to get my certification, I was dealing with someone else, and I learned how to not only use the equipment, but I was like one of the best people in the whole store with handles that could whip the cherry picker around, make like tight squeezes and tight corners, and, you know, go at a fast speed without, you know, losing control and stuff like that. So long story short, I became really, really efficient in it. And it's just, once it clicks for me, it clicks. And I see Wilder, I feel like he's man on fire. He has something that he lost in the last fight, not just a loss, but maybe some of the fans, he lost a belt. And now he wants that back. And he looks like he's really processing this information. Just look.
All right, now one of those right hands that you go like this way. All right, good.
And he's like, right. Like I see him. He's processing. He's seeing, why am I doing it like this? Why are you telling me to move? Why do I have to jab? Why am I fainting right here? You know, these different things. And I love this because in its truest form, in its truest essence, this is learning. This is you learning on the job. But here's some more pictures. Look at this man's back, bro. He's in phenomenal shape. Tyson Fury, I firmly believe, wasn't ready. Wilder looks supreme. He looks like the ultimate. He looks like he's ready to... Look at him. Look at him. He looked like he's ready to take back what's his. I cannot wait for October 9th. Heavyweight boxing. Wilder looks in crazy shape. He kind of got the new hairstyle. It's like the rebirth. Oh my God, rebirth of a king. And I think Fury tried all these games and delays and hijinks and different things like that. And they marinating longer, and you created an even bigger problem and an even bigger monster. Look at, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on him in this slideshow. And I like it's just a slideshow, so you can't really see everything. But just my observation, I'm not in camp with Wilder. I haven't been in his camp, nothing like that. However, the pieces of the puzzle that we've seen, he looks like he's really studying, learning, and he's going from the old form of training and principles from a previous guy who sounds really disgruntled. You know, let's be real, the Mark Breland situation, it really sounded like it was bound to meet this. It sounded like a flame that was bound to burn out and run out, because if you listen to all the stuff that Mark Breland said after the fact, he's saying Wilder's a one-trick pony and Wilder will never be champ again. So how can you have somebody teaching you and training you if they sound that disgruntled and ultimately don't have the true faith in you? Malik Scott has faith in his man, not just because he's training them, but I'm sure that's one of the parts. But look, he says it won't be considered an upset to me, nor will I be surprised. So he knows what his brother can do. This man looked crazy in there. His back looked crazy. This is insane. We might see some real gore on October 9th. I definitely suggest you order the pay-per-view. Tyson Fury, another thing that you have to be worried if you're a Tyson Fury fan or whatever, is Wilder's team sounds insanely confident considering they're the guys coming off the loss. It's just like, it makes you wonder, like, what do they know that we don't know? Because they sound, look, Deontay Wilder will gain brutal revenge over Tyson Fury 5 rounds, says Malik Scott. So, and from what we've seen about Wilder's team, they have a lot of credibility because they told you, they either said nothing or said the right things. It was Tyson Fury who lost credibility, talking all this stuff, only to postpone the fight again, saying he has Rona, saying he was fully vaccinated, and then coming out and saying he wasn't fully vaccinated, saying that Wilder was nervous, but Fury looks like he's constantly trying to run from the Wilder fight. Does Wilder look nervous when he's seen Fury? Fury keep calling Malik Scott and Wilder BITCHs, but you were right there, and you're supposed to be the big bad wolf, and you know you didn't have that same energy. You were just moving and smirking and twitching and stuff like that. And Wilder looked like he wanted to assassinate you on that stage. So long story short, I think they've made an absolute monster out of Wilder. Wilder, he used to tell these stories. I forgot what fight or where I heard this, but he said something like, as a kid, he almost couldn't control his temper. And his grandma or somebody or his mom used to have to calm him down. And that's how he looked. He looked like, look at these pictures. He looked like one of them kids that, they want that get back. You know what I mean? And it could get ugly. It could get ugly. Tyson Fury, I don't believe nothing. His team's all over the place saying Fury, they're worried. And then they said Wilder will be in the ICU. And then they were trying to pull out, said his daughter was, man, October 9th. Use my link in the description to get TUBEBUDDY. Cannot wait for this fight. I will keep you guys locked, so don't touch that dial. Subscribe. Like, I'm out.